Hi, I'm Lulu from Blue Paper. If you have a website you'd like to transform into a knowledge base, stay tuned. I'm going to show you how easy it can be with BlueSearch. The first thing you need to do is open a web browser and go to www.bluesearch.no. Once you've finally made it here, you can just scroll down the page a little like a digital treasure hunter until you find the free trial button. Who could possibly resist a whole month of free service? Certainly not me. From here, it's basically a walk in the park. Just type in your website address and let the system do its thing. Now an AI agent sneaks onto your website, politely takes off its shoes, and gets familiar with how everything is set up. After that, it gives you an overview of your pages. And here you can remove any pages you don't want included in the service. Then you move on and choose your license plan. And if it's your first month, well, there's really no good reason to say no to free stuff. After your first month, you pay based on usage. Yep, this solution runs on consumption. Every page costs a little, and every search query costs a little. Even if it's just a few cents each time, it can add up if you've got a huge website and lots of traffic. But here's the beautiful part. When people use BlueSearch, you save a ton on customer support, and your customers find information way faster. Which means fewer support tickets and fewer, "Hi, is it gluten in your product? I can't find any information," from angry customer, emails floating through the universe. Of course, we're taking the free month route here. Free is a very persuasive financial strategy. The next thing you'll need to do is verify who you are with a user login. You can sign in with your Google account if you'd like, or just use another email address and password if that's more your style. As soon as you've logged in and accepted the license and terms of service, just hit the Accept button. And just like that, step 1 of the setup is done. Easy enough to do before your coffee gets cold. Now you can go ahead and install it on your website. But that's just the beginning. You'll also get access to a bunch of options for customizing the solution so it fits your exact needs. This first page actually explains in plain text what the solution does. So technically, you could just explore everything on your own and stop listening to me entirely. But if my voice hasn't driven you away yet, I can take you on a quick little tour and show you what to expect. First up, we have the application page in the menu. Here you can change the name of your app and even switch the language if you want. Next, we move on to the document library. This is where the AI agent is busy crawling through all the pages on your website and creating a document for each one, organized in a way that makes information lightning fast to find later. And trust me, this section starts filling up pretty quickly once it's gone through your entire site. Now we've arrived at the page where you choose which websites the AI should include. Naturally, it already grabbed your own website, but you can add more sites too if you want your solution to cover multiple sources. Next up is manual uploads. This is where you can upload documents in PDF, Word, PowerPoint, or JSON format. Maybe it's internal documents you haven't published online, a list of phone numbers, product data sheets, or that mysterious PowerPoint someone made in 2017 that nobody dares delete. Once that's done, the next tab gives you a little testing playground where you can see how the AI responds based on the data you've given it so far. And one tiny but important thing. Don't forget to click the Update App button after making changes. Otherwise, the AI just stands there politely like, "Very nice, but are we actually doing this or not?" The next screen brings us to the actual brain of the operation, or the artificial brain if you want to sound dramatic about it. You can't use the AI model here because that's handled on the licensing page, since it has a pretty big impact on costs. But you can see which model is currently selected. You can also adjust how much context memory or interpreter power the AI gets to use, which affects how long its answers can be and how large or complicated the questions can get. For example, a question like, "What is the meaning of life?" may feel enormous to humans, but to an AI, that's actually a pretty tiny question. Existential crisis for us, warm-up exercise for the robot. Then we have temperature. This controls how much the AI reads between the lines and improvises versus how strictly it sticks to the uploaded documents. If you set it to 0, it becomes very strict and only answers directly from your uploaded data. Sometimes a little too strict, like a librarian guarding ancient scrolls. If you set it closer to 1, it becomes more creative and better at interpreting intent and context between the lines. Maximum links controls how many links you want the AI to include in its answers. And finally, we get to instructions. This is where you describe what the AI is, how it should behave, and how it should answer users. You can also feed it specific information, like your business hours, support policies, or exactly how it should respond if someone asks about gluten-free food, refunds, shipping, or anything else your customers care about. This is the testing page, where you can see how the AI responds based on the data you've already given it. It's placed here for practical reasons, so whenever you make changes, you don't have to travel halfway across the galaxy just to test them. Quick adjustment, quick test, quick results. Nice and easy. Now we've arrived at the appearance settings for the widget on your website. This is where you customize the look so it feels like a natural part of your site instead of a random spaceship that crash-landed in the corner. When you install it, you can choose between displaying it as a chatbot or as an integrated part of your website's search field. No matter which option you choose, the AI gives the same answers. It's basically wearing different outfits for different occasions. Some websites already have a pretty terrible internal search they'd love to replace, and in those cases, the integrated version is usually the better choice. We call that version inline. If you choose the floating chatbot version, we simply call it bot. Nice and simple. This is also where you can adjust colours, change the bot's name, edit the text, and make everything match your branding. You can even connect it to Facebook or Instagram so it can answer questions there too, because apparently AI agents don't believe in weekends. By enabling analytics, the system can collect feedback and show you what your customers are actually interested in, which is incredibly useful when you want to improve both support and content. Honestly, this section is best explored by experimenting a little and seeing what looks good on your own site. And under installation instructions, we give you a step-by-step guide for adding it to your website. Usually, the whole installation takes about 5 minutes, and it's easy enough that even my mother-in-law could do it, which may actually be the most demanding quality test imaginable. We're almost at the finish line of this walkthrough now. The only things left are the Activity tab, where you can monitor all the activity your AI is dealing with. You'll be able to see the questions people ask and the answers the AI gives back. Basically, it's like reading your customer support diary, but without the dramatic coffee stains. Under the Account tab, you'll find licenses and payment settings for usage. You simply add funds to your account, and then the AI slowly snacks on that balance over time as people use the service. Tiny little digital bites. The platform is usage-based, so you prepay for consumption. But of course, your first month is completely free, because we'd at least like to buy you dinner before asking for commitment. I hope this walkthrough has been helpful, and I truly hope you'll be using BlueSearch for many years to come. See you later!